choose to live in love. I am light, I am grace. Oh, I walk softly on this earth in the light of God's name. Softly on this earth, in the light of God's name. I walk softly on this earth, in the light of God's name. Softly on this earth, in the light of God's name. I walk softly on this earth, in the light of God's name. I walk softly on this earth, in the light of God's name. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Softly. Namah Shivaya Parapurnam.
आप बोलना चाह रहे? Very good morning to all of you, and I hope you are enjoying. Since yesterday, we all are here, and I'm so glad to see many new faces, and it's so nice to have you all here. I hope you're all comfortable, and we had a fantastic breakfast. You all enjoyed. I'm Rajeshri Parak, and I have done a few shows, the retreats and online sessions with Shreans Daga. And this is how I have learned with him. And my journey begins with him since COVID. And he had just started since then. He started online sessions. And I was very excited. He's a relative of mine. And I was very excited that it will be nice. And first one, what we did today in the morning was the transcendental breath work. So that was the time. So many of you also mustn't be aware of this transcendental breath work. But let me tell you, I call it the king of meditations. The transcendental breath work. It is so powerful and it has done so many changes. I am a person will not believe till I experience it myself and I see it whatever the changes are happening or what is happening. And this is now since 5 years I have been with him, and the changes I see in myself, in my thought system, in my confidence, in my whatever. I mean, I used to be judgmental, or used to get anxious, or I used to think, or now he has just left me. I mean, there are no questions. There are no questions. It's so, I mean, he has given that clarity of life. Everything is going to happen, but the clarity of mind, which is so powerful, what he has granted to me, I mean, and he's giving in such simple language, very practical way. And I think you must be offline also, online also, you must be doing his sessions, which are held on Wednesdays with his sleeping meditation, and of course the transcendental breathwork, which is on Saturdays. Now, coming to the transcendental breathwork, what we just did, growth. So, whenever you feel like out of the place, you feel you're not in your right mode, you just should get into the transcendental breathwork mode. So that's the best thing I would like to tell all of you, that please never leave. I have got hooked on to this place. I missed 2-3 sessions in between, but like this place is heaven. It's his blessing. It is lot of positive energy which we should all gather till we are here, by having walks or by doing our meditations or reading or whatever way. But we have to carry all these very heavenly breaths and the air with us whenever we go back, and then spread all this beauty of all these breaths, all this purity, all this divinity in our houses, at our workplace, and make a world a better place to live in. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy all the other days also. Thank you to all the staff which has been serving us and looking after us. It's a fantastic staff. What we have seen throughout, we have been coming, the help, the care, the goodness, whatever, even the chef. I think the chef is also, I always put on some pounds and go back. So it's so nice to be here. And once again, welcome. And once again, you are my soul family. So somehow we are connected. And thank you so much for being there.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Rashmi ji.
you.
Thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you. So friends, we all had a breakfast. Before that, our morning started on a wonderful note, right? How was the breathwork experience? Awesome, yeah? That's खाली एक के लिए awesome था क्या? सबके लिए, of course, yeah. So Shreans will be coming and he would like to listen to your experiences. And since अभी हम लोगों ने थोड़ा heavy breakfast खा लिया and we need to lighten up, so why don't we rise up and make some movements? Come on, join me. Keshav, can we have some music, please? All of you, I want here, please. It's a Let's settle down now, friends.
Those who are watching online must be wondering, ये कैसा quantum leap है? Shortcut. This is a shortcut, right? Friends, we'll take some sharings for today's breathwork. Somebody wanted to share? Raise your hands. Who want to share? Yeah, okay. Get the mic here.
Yeah, I'm Monica. So
You can stand up actually, you can face everyone. Yeah.
So as you all know, my soul friends, I'm Dr. Angamai Monica, career coach. So I have done breathwork for the last 4 years, like since 2021. But मुझे लगता था like everyone is feeling something, someone is crying, someone is happy. I don't have any feeling at all. मेरे कोई भी emotion नहीं. I'm not feeling any kind of, even though I have the transformations happening in my life, but am I not blessed enough to get at least a spark of it? Today, what I felt in the conclusion, I felt like a different smell. So of my grandmother. So my name is Angamai, so it's her name. So I always felt her presence, but was not like having that senses. Like सबका होता है, हम उतने blessed नहीं है शायद. But today I felt, Monica, I'm just here. So I think because of this pyramid, I got the feeling, which I was craving for so many years. People in my family believe like whatever I say, it's like my grandmother's voice. Like when I say like, okay, you can handle it, it's like her soul which is talking through me, what I felt. Even though I'm not like highly religious or like I just entered into spiritual like last 4 years. उतने ज़्यादा meditative भी नहीं थे, 5-10 मिनट से ज़्यादा meditation होता भी नहीं था. I think he's the only person who made me to sit like 1 hour, 2 hour sessions, and I just carried away with the flow. And like just having that faith and letting go was the biggest secret of success for my journey, from like the housewife to a global coach. So thank you so much. And the whole, I would say 90% of the credit goes to this transcendental breath work. It's so high vibe. आपको लगता है फिल्मी म्यूजिक ही सुन रहे हो? बिकॉज आई एम अ वेरी बिग मूवी ब्लफ, तो ध्यान का म्यूजिक तो मेरे कान में कभी लगता ही नहीं है, नींद आ जाती है मुझे. बट दिस इज समथिंग यू कीप यू लाइक इट कीप्स यू एक्टिव लाइव एंड लाइक एट द सेम टाइम द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज ऑल्सो हैपनिंग. मतलब इट्स लाइक अ फुल सप्लाई ऑफ नॉर्थ इंडियन थाली, तो सारी चीज़ें मिलेगी आपको खाने में, एंड यू विल गेट द रिजल्ट इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. So that is one thing which is the reason I'm still hooked to this only meditation. And apart from this, I've also tried his other meditations, ego traps and maintaining all chakras. So all credit, सबको लगता है जो पढ़ाई की उसकी वजह से नहीं, जो अंदर का जो fertile soil बनाया है ना वो सर की वजह से है. That's the reason I owe my success to him, because people see like okay, it's only a learning and development, but it's the internal journey which was happening simultaneously. And yes, I'm an introvert. Now I'm like close to an extrovert, like talking to people like you. I usually shiver, I get faint. I'm really like, what I should talk now. But when it comes for your purpose, from your soul, then you're so beautiful in sharing, and your voice and your speech is so impactful. I'm really proud to say that I'm impacting millions of lives through these kind of like videos and testimonials, through my work. And all credit goes to this entire team. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? We can take one more sharing. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I am Suryakant Satpathy. Just 2 years back, I had attended one 21 days online program, this meditation program. Thereafter, although I am in other guru, I accepted other guru in meditation also, since my childhood also. And today in this this breath work, after that 25 minutes, that 35 minutes जो ये time है, that time I got a very good sound sleep. Well, where I was, I don't know. When I got up at the end, I thought I am here. That is the feeling I got today. So where I have gone, I don't know, not at no feeling at all. Just I was sleeping, matlab, had a good sleep, matlab, good, that can be meditation or whatever you do, I don't know, that what I do. But at the end, fake end, just 2 minutes back, I see I am here with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Today is Thankfulness Day, so happy Thankfulness Day to all of you. I'm grateful to all of you for being here. Thank you. I want to give special thanks to Rashtriji also. Rashtriji is here in this workshop this time. So please, I would... Rashtriji has been quite instrumental and part of our foundation. When we did a 28-day workshop online, she was moderating the whole Hindi workshop. So, and very often she comes online and be a part of the foundation and team. And also she organized my workshop in Pune. So thanks to you also for that. But we'd love to hear from you. She's an amazing singer and writes really well, and done a lot of research, a lot of studies on the scientific aspect of Jainism, you know. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shreans. Thank you. Once again, I'm here with you all. And as he reminded, it's Thanksgiving Day today. So all my gratitude to this young master, for which I live a very beautiful life, a real life, what I never lived before. And what he has given in these 4-5 years is just abundant. And I mean, being in his thoughts, being in his procedure of meditation, his music, his teachings has changed my life. Even being doing my Jainism, I was never clear with few things which only Shreans ji could do it for me. And I thank, because I was learning since 30 years. और फिर भी मेरे कुछ questions थे और कुछ सवाल थे जो कभी मुझे ठीक से समझे ही नहीं, और उन्होंने वो बस उनके 2-3 क्लास में मुझे उनके answers मिल गए. And today I stand with no questions. I just have to see him. And I will request all of you that continue this journey, just be there. Even if you get it, not get it, the cleaning is happening. And he's so clean and he's so simple and straight in his language of explanation. And you'll see it more with his whatever talks he's doing, and the experimental way and the practical way. But this is what I have learned from him, that be happy, give happiness to everybody, don't think, no judgments, no anxiety, no fear, just be joyful, and that's how you are abundant. And that's what I feel. And today I got my card also the same way, and this is what he is. He's a miracle for me, and he is a miracle. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So friends, now we'll go into the topic. So the theme of this workshop is consciousness, and it's very difficult to describe consciousness. So in most of the literature, or most of the religions, or most of the philosophies, it has been described as what consciousness is not, right? Because how do you describe something which has no shape, which is eternal, which you can't see it? So most of the time the consciousness is described as what it is not. And then once you understand what you are not, then you'll realize, then you'll understand what you are. So today I want to talk on ego. I'll take the topic on ego, because we have two eyes, right? One is the eye which we feel. The day from the day we got our name. Oh, I am Shreans. Oh, I am Rashri. Oh, I am Chetna. oh, I'm Swati, whatever name you have. You know, the day you got their name, you said, oh, this is me. So one is that I, that ego I, which was healthy, which was a healthy ego, which we needed for our growth. So it has its own advantage. And the another I is the I of consciousness. That is that supreme I, right? So today, first we'll understand our ego I. And people always say, drop your ego, give up your ego. But how do you drop, unless you even understand it, unless you even know what really ego is, how can you drop it? But once you understand it, once you decode, oh, is it coming from my ego? Is it ego? Is it not? Then, if you understand it, then it is easy to drop it. So today we'll diagnose, we'll do the whole diagnostic analysis of our ego, right? So surgical procedure of our ego, right? Right diagnosis is half solution, right? So let's investigate what ego is, and then we'll come to the topic of the other I, consciousness. So, what is ego? Ego is a voice in our head. Ego is a voice which says in our head, oh, I am superior, I am inferior, I am deserving, or I am undeserving. I need to prove something, or I'll be a failure, or people will take me only if I achieve something. If I get the validation from people, from social media. So what ego does is it keeps us trapped in the surface level of reality, in a very, very, very surface level of reality, you know, and it gives us very superficial happiness. And once we understand it, once we understand the superficial aspect of ourselves, and then we are able to shed it. Once you are able to shed it, that is when the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. That is when your flowering happens. That is when the flowering of our consciousness happens. That is when we bloom. So the truth is, the ego, this I, is actually reducing us. It is binding us. Once you release it, once you drop it, once you are able to free yourself from it, you liberate yourself, right? So friends, how did ego came? From the very beginning, it came as we started, when we took birth. First we got our name, we got our toys, oh, this is my toy. Then as we started growing up, then it became our, oh, these are my parents, my siblings, my friends, and my grades, my marks, my teacher, right? So everything we started identifying with the world of things, right? And then, and we needed that to grow. We needed that to live in this three-dimensional reality. So there is nothing wrong with the ego, right? There is nothing wrong with the ego. We needed it. But what we need to know is to understand it. So then we know when we are coming from ego, when we need our ego to operate, and when we don't need our ego to operate, right? So ego, let me share with you what is there are two aspects of the ego. There are two conditionings of the ego. One is the content and one is the construct. So I'll go first on the content of the ego. So content is what? One is the world of things. World of the things like the toys or your car, the house, the designer labels that we wear or the products we use, all that which enhances our identity, right? Oh, I am carrying a Louis Vuitton bag, oh, I am wearing this watch, some branded thing, which enhance our identity. We feel now it enhances my identity. So our ego depends, so one of the content of ego is this world of things, right? All the world of objects and things around us, right? Or the wealth we have, the money we have. We say, oh, this is my wealth. We identify, oh, this is my wealth. Rather than saying that, oh, I am the custodian of this wealth, because we identify with, we say, no, it is my wealth. Rather than saying, oh, I am a caretaker of this house, I say, no, this is my house. Right? And this conditioning is so broad and it is so widespread. According to Mayans, there is a word called mitote. Mitote means when it is a part of a social conditioning, when it is a part of such a widespread conditioning, then you start believing it to be true. That is what Maya is. In Indian terms, we call it Maya, because it is such a big a part of the whole matrix. Believes it to be true, we also start believing it to be true. And we get blinded by that conditioning. We get blinded by that matrix. Even our economic parameters, right? If you say that our whole growth parameter of our economy is based on consumerism or capitalism. How much is the nation consuming? How much is the nation producing? Right? That's what gross domestic product is. How much is the nation producing? Or it is consuming. If you are producing more, consuming more, that means you are growing. The country is growing. But the problem is in meditation, you are neither producing nor consuming. While sleeping, you are neither producing nor consuming. That's why the world do not want you to sleep. They don't want you to take rest. Keep working. Your boss will like you if you work for 12 hours. I was watching one interview of the Netflix CEO. He said, the interviewer was asking, who is your biggest competitor? He said, my biggest competitor is sleep. Because people watch most of the time in the night, and we want to make sure that they sleep less and they keep watching Netflix. So this is how the whole world conditioning is. And so we also start believing like that. Oh, if I have certain money, certain car, if I have to go to a party, if I get down from a certain, some branded car or something, then I feel wow. और ये कोई छोटी-छोटी गाड़ी आ गई तो I feel अरे यार कोई देख तो नहीं रहा है. So even we start looking ourselves like that or judging others like that. कौन सी गाड़ी से उतरा, कैसे कपड़े पहना, घड़ी कैसी है, घर कैसा है, कौन से एरिया में रह रहा है, कौन सी लोकेलिटी में, right? And there's nothing wrong with the world of things. There's nothing wrong with enjoying things. We need to honor the world of things. We don't need to despise them. There's nothing against it. Then, so the one content of the ego is the world of things. We identify with the world of things, right? Now, the another content of the ego is body, right? We are so much, we obsess so much with our body, our gender, our appearance, whether I'm looking good or whether I'm ugly, what I'm wearing, or physical strength or weakness. Whether I have a pain body or a problematic body, or just to excessive obsession with our body, right? So another content of the ego is our body, right? So one is the world of things, one is our own body, and there's again nothing wrong with the body. It's good to have a healthy body. This is the vehicle of our consciousness. This is the temple of our consciousness, where the deity, the consciousness resides. So we should have a healthy body. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Now the third content is the form. By form, I mean psychological forms, like your social position, your reputation, or maybe, so it is not something tangible, it is intangible, right? Your physical ability, maybe you are a great singer, or your nationality, oh, I am an Indian, oh, I am an American, right? Whatever, or your religion, you identify with these forms. Those are not tangible things, but intangible forms, but we identify so strongly with my social media status, what I have accomplished in my life, or with my, say, with my position. Oh, I am a politician. Oh, I am a MLA of this constituency. Now, before the moment you win the election and you become an MLA, all of a sudden you feel inflated. You feel as if I am walking above everyone, So nothing really changed, but it's just a psychology, right? So ego, so the three forms of ego, right? One is three contents of the ego: things, body, and both are tangible, and the other is form, which is intangible, which is psychological ego, right? And this psychological ego is, again, at least what is physical is easy to notice and see. And know ki, oh, I identify with this car. I am attached with this car, attached with this house. But this psychological is more dangerous. Because that conditioning is so strong, we don't even realize how it is dominating our life. And these are recurring. These are recurring primary thought forms and conditioned mental and emotional patterns that are invested with the sense of I. Very strong investment with the sense of I. I've seen politicians, if they have been in power and when they lose election, they go into depression. Nothing really physically changed. It's just a psychological state. Or when they have a power, then they need more power. If you're an MLA, you want to become minister. Minister, you want to become a chief minister. So this is the world of things. This is the content of ego. Now, another aspect of the ego is the construct. There's nothing wrong with the content. There's nothing wrong to have the world of things. There's nothing wrong to have a beautiful body. There's nothing wrong with having amazing clothes. There's nothing wrong with some good post or whatever, or some good talent or skills. Now the challenge starts here. The second part is the construct, the identification. The word identify, identify is a Latin word, right? In Latin, it means mine, me, mine, right? So the problem starts when you start identifying with those world of things, with the content. The moment there was a car in the showroom, the car was there in the showroom for 3 months. But the moment you paid the money for the car and you brought it to your house, now you say it's my car. So the identification started, right? Now you identify with the car. Now you look, now there's a sense of I in this car. Now somebody bangs the car, you are angry, you are upset because there is my car. If it was in the showroom and something wrong would happen, you don't care. But the moment you say it's my car, now because the identification is a challenge. And the more intensely you identify, the more the same thing which can give you joy can give you pain also. So we think we own the car, but the moment you identify, the moment you see yourself in that car starts owning you. The car can make you joyful or can make you feel sad or upset. So are the world of things. So are the things, so is the body, so is the psychological form. Now, होता क्या है कि then half of our life goes in developing our ego. And then other half goes in defending it. Or if you're spiritual, then the other half goes in learning to drop that ego. The whole subject of psychology is to help you shift from that persona to the healthy ego. From that identification for your personality self to your healthy ego. That is the whole subject of psychology revolves around that. But the problem is, if somebody says don't identify with this car, the content may keep changing. Ego it is your personality trait now of identification. Right? Now the content may keep changing. I don't like my wife, I may divorce her, then I'll get another wife. The content may keep changing. But that identification, then the identification with that person in my life. So content is interchangeable. Right? But the structure remains. The structure, which is the identification, that conditioning is so strong that remains. And because that is how the whole world operates like that. How can I be different? It is so difficult to be different when everybody is like that. But if you are choosing your freedom, if freedom is your goal, if enlightenment is your goal, then you need to be different. You can't be stuck in that matrix. Remember yesterday I told you, only the free has free will. If your car determines your actions, if your relationships determine your actions, if everything else around you determines whether you'll be happy or not, then you are a slave to everything outside. Then you are serving them. They are not serving you. You think you are using it, but actually you are serving them, right? We think we are the guardian of, I am the guardian of my car. But actually the guardian has become guard. Right? That is the human part. The guardian is the godhood part. But we have become a guard. That is the human part. Now ego survives on two things. One is on identification, and the other part is separation. That I identify with it, but I also know that I am separate from it. Right? So I'm going to share with you. And our biggest root, the root belief of all false belief is a belief in separation. That everything else is separate from me. You and I are separate from each other. But the truth is, our true self, which is our consciousness, is actually like an ocean. But the ego self is like a limited identity, like a wave. And your thoughts are like streams of ripples on the surface of that ocean. Lao Tzu said, when I let go of what I am, the ego self, I become what I might be, which is your consciousness. He said the highest virtue is to act without a sense of self. So in a sense you are acting, you're doing the roles, you're doing everything, you're enjoying the great car, but knowing that this is not my car. Without identifying with that car. Because when you identify, you become attached with it. And then it starts controlling you. Or when you identify with others' opinions, right? Again, they are controlling you. If anybody can make you angry, means they are controlling you. There are so many great masters like Raman Maharshi. There's one story of Raman Maharshi. Somebody write a huge article criticizing him. So one of his disciples brought the newspaper to Raman Maharshi, showing the article. Raman Maharshi, with childlike curiosity, started reading the article. And he saw some grammatical mistakes in the article. So he started correcting that. And the disciple asked, but this article is about you. No, it is not about me. It is about some Raman Maharshi. Because they are so aware of that consciousness, that bigger I, that supreme self. They never identified with even the name Raman Maharshi. Somebody asked Raman Maharshi, how are we to treat others? He said, where are the others? There are no others. Where is the question of treating somebody? Everything is me. So the truth is, friends, there's a circus going around us. There's a circus going around you. If you enjoy it as an audience, then you can go to your inner home anytime you want. But if you get involved in the act, then you are signing up as a performer for your lifetime. Right? So the problem is, enjoy everything as an audience. Don't sign up as an actor inside it. Now, another part of the ego is, ego always keep you trapped in the three-dimensional reality. Ego doesn't want you, because that is the only place ego survives, in three-dimensional reality. To enter other dimensions, that's why it does not want you to accept the reality of any other dimensions. Forget going there, forget experiencing that. It outright rejects it. By accepting it, I'm threatening my own existence. Ego is threatening its own existence, because that is the only three dimensions, the only place where ego survives. To enter fourth dimension federation, you have to first become nobody, nothing, nowhere, no place, no time. Drop your identity. So that means ego disappears. So how will ego accept something which is killing itself? So accepting the reality of other dimension is like a suicide for the ego. That's why ego loves three-dimensional reality. Because that is the only place it can thrive. And that's why ego will do its best to keep you in that small and that closed area in your limited reality. And that's why. And the whole matrix is functioning like that. That's why we have forgotten that we are multidimensional beings. But once you drop your ego, then your intuition, your creativity will start flying. You can start fly and understand the knowledge of other dimensions. Intuition is when you're in tune with, that time the ego drops. And that's why intuition is a conscious experience in pure spirit. So ego is what? Ego is considering yourself that you are not. You are considering yourself that you are not. That you are actually not. But you consider yourself to be like that. Say, for example, I am a spiritual teacher now, and I identify that role so strongly. Oh, I am a spiritual teacher. But the truth is, I am consciousness. We are all consciousness. We are one consciousness pervading everyone. We are all consciousness. But, oh, I am a spiritual teacher. The moment I realize, I identify myself as a spiritual teacher, that means I think I am above everyone else. So the truth is, I am considering myself as what I am not. I am much more than a spiritual teacher. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that Brahman itself. But by considering myself as only a spiritual teacher, I am actually limiting myself. But what we do is we consider ourselves as what we are not, and then we try hard to protect it. कोई बुराई तो करके देख ले मेरी एज अ स्पिरिचुअल टीचर. You are again inflating my ego. But the truth is, you are miserable to the degree. So there are degrees of ego. There are degrees of identification with things. Everything in life is a spectrum. There's no black and white, Everything is a spectrum. I am more identified maybe with my child than maybe a friend. So there's a degree of identification, right? So ego works in everything. It is relatable to what degree of identification with it is, right? And you'll be miserable to the degree you're miserable to the degree that you are hung up on that notion that things you must go on a certain way. Oh, my child has to behave like this, because my identification with my child is so much that I literally want to control my child. I don't care if my random friend behaves in a certain way. But because it is my identification, my child, then I want him to be like this, like this, like this. So it is a degree. Everything, the identification again differs in degree from people to people, place to place, situation to situation, things to things, from roles we play, from the psychological identifications, right? Even sometimes morality. Sometimes we become obsessed with some kind of perfection. I want to perfect myself. I want to master myself. I want to be extremely moral, or be great in art, perfection in art, or perfection in spirituality. Sometimes it is again another game. It's another lofty game which is coming from the old ego, which you thought that you were dropping and now coming into spirituality. Again, you are playing the same old ego game, even in spirituality. Then you start comparing. So then you only determine, how in contrast to others, right? Ego needs separation, somebody to compare with, somebody on the other side. Oh, I am a spiritual master. Oh, my YouTube Shreans Daga Foundation has so many likes or so many subscribers. But Shri to have so many. I now race to reach Shri, to overtake Shri. So when I meet my social media guys, the best thing is they come with a presentation. And the first thing they start is, sir, we have landscape the whole your competition. And then they'll tell everybody about, I said, there's no competition, there's inspiration. But this is how their social conditioning is. This is how they all work. This is how their business will thrive, when they will make you feel there's a competition and you have to go ahead of the competition. So friends, ego is a constant voice in your mind which is constantly whispering in your mind. Right? Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. This is mine, this is not mine. But the truth is, you are not the voice in your mind. You are the one who hears it. We identify with the voice in the mind. But you are not the voice in the mind. The voice in the mind is of the ego. You are the one who hears it. That one who hears it is consciousness, is that awareness, is that witness consciousness. And that is what you actually are. So now, ego has many traits, few of them which I have written. I'll start going one by one. What time are we breaking for tea, Keshav? Okay, 11:45. So maybe 12 o'clock then. Okay. So ego traits, I'll go one by one. One is, so first let's start by ego complaining. So as I told you, ego always wants somebody on the other side. It's like you are one end of the rope, and ego wants somebody, it definitely wants somebody on the other end of the rope. Because if there's no somebody at the other end of the rope, how will ego has no contrast? There's no comparison, how will ego have its existence? To know its existence, it needs somebody on the other side. So one of the common trait of ego is complaining. So name calling, shouting, screaming, even physical violence. The mind unconsciously loves problems because it gives it an identity of sort. Every time you unconsciously love a problem, you are affirming it, your ego is feeling its identity, because ego exists when there's a problem exists. So when you complain, you make yourself a victim, right? But the truth is, whenever you are complaining, you are actually making yourself a victim. You are making yourself powerless. Friends, in any situation, you have three choices. Either leave the situation, change the situation, or accept it. All else is madness. Complaining, blaming, everything else is madness. Resisting. Either accept the situation, change the situation, or leave the situation. These are the only three choices. Complaining is always non-acceptance of what it is. So the very act of non-acceptance to what it is invariably carries a negative emotional charge, unconscious negative charge. And now, again, when you're complaining, you activate the law of attraction is anyways working, right? It's working all the time. So when you're complaining about something, it holds you in a place of refusing to receive the things that you've been asking for. So I may be complaining about this person. This person is sleeping. Come on, wake up. Can you repeat what I said? So I may be complaining about this person, but I want a beautiful relationship with somebody else. By complaining about some other person, you are actually denying your beautiful relationship with others in your life. Because the universe is not personal. It sees your vibration. Oh, your vibration is of complaining, is of resistance, not acceptance. You don't like a good relationship? Okay, so let me create more of not good relationship in your life. So you are complaining about one person, but actually you are denying yourself from a great relationship about other things in your life. And many times, I see a lot of times in arguments, we justify ourselves. We try so hard to justify about something. But the truth is, justifying about anything holds you in a place where you're refusing to let in the very things that you've been asking for. The more you justify, the more you keep that, the more you're justifying, the more you're identifying with the problem or the issue. And the more you keep that vibration activated in your vibration, the more you get synced with that vibration. Your energy speaks to others anyways before you even speak. But by justifying, we are actually losing, we are syncing more with the vibration of the problem or the situation. Blaming someone, when you blame somebody for your problem, then it holds you in a place of refusing to let in things that you've been asking for. Feeling guilty, feeling angry, it doesn't matter what you call it. It is a refusal. It's not a conscious one, but subconsciously, unconsciously, you're refusing the abundance that you want to flow into your life. Anything what you're doing, you're asking the universe. When you're complaining, you're asking. When you're blaming, you're asking. When you're angry, you're asking. Not consciously, but unconsciously, the vibration is changing. And the universe matches the vibration. So that is what you're asking the universe. The universe doesn't matter to the universe whether it is about one individual person, whether it is about the past, something happened 20 years back and you are memorizing about that and complaining about that. Oh, my parents did this to me. Or something you're obsessing about your future. You're feeling anxiety about some future. Because your mind does not know the difference, whether it is about the past, present or future. Right? All the universe, the mind produces same chemical as if it's happening now. And all the universe, and that changes your vibration. That changes your emotion, that changes your vibration. And the universe says, the universe has no judgment. It has no analytical faculty to judge that this vibration that you're offering is in relation to this person, or it is about your past, or is it about your future. All it says is, this is the vibration. Okay, let me match it. The universe is yielding. It must yield. It is always yielding to you. So the bigger question is, what are you letting it in? What are you allowing into your experience? What are you attracting? We love gossip, right? Again, gossip. Why do you want to gossip? Why do we gossip? Because gossip implies that the ego is seeking some sense of superiority. Superiority complex by devaluing somebody else, by devaluing others or diminishing that person. Then you feel, oh, I am good. After all the gossip you do, Gujarati mein there's one joke, na? They gossip all after 1 hour and they say, Chodo Javed, kya sab Javed, let it go, chodo yaar, jane do. We are not like that. Why should we talk about? By the way, my wife is Gujarati. Hope she is not listening. If you are sitting on the table where they gossip about others, the moment you get up, the next turn is yours. Right? Now, the problem is the way our mind functions. Why we love complaining or anything negative that sticks to our mind, that sticks to human mind. The ego catches it. You know, the ego is like a, is like a searchlight or a torch in a dark room. If you put a torch, focus on something, you see that. So ego keeps searching in the landscape of the world, what is negative happening? Oh, 20 positive things, ego will whitewash. But one negative thing, ego picks it up. And then ego thrives on it. Then it sticks to your mind. So then ego will make you run in your mind non-stop. That's why negative things usually stick to our mind. Many times I see friends come, complain about things. But it is never an idea to encourage your friends to complain about things to you. There is no value in assisting anyone to describe in detail their unhappy experiences. A lot of times people come and tell me, I want to share, I want to have a question. But before the question comes, the story goes on for 20 minutes. And I have to tell them, I am not interested in your story. I am interested in you. That does not mean I don't love you. But I am interested in you. But the ego loves stories, creating stories. Me and my story, me, mine, myself. So by complaining about anything, you are disallowing the same aspects to come into your life. Whether it is about your disease, whether it was your aching body, whether it is about some chronic disease. Complaining is about something that you are certainly angry with. Some behavior in others that you believe is wrong, or something wrong with your physical body. But doesn't matter. Complaining is complaining. It disallows improvement. It disallows abundance to flow in your life. So, anytime you see anything negative, the thing I like to practice is ignore it. Whitewash it as if I have not seen it only. That art of knowing is to know what to ignore. The art of knowing is knowing what to ignore. So we must learn what to ignore. We are a focusing mechanism. We have to decide where I want to focus on. Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. Wherever energy flows, the universe shows. Your energy, your attention, wherever your attention goes, energy flows. And when you give your attention to a problem, you are syncing with the problem. Giving attention to the problem makes problem worse. Giving attention to the solution makes things better. So where do I want? It doesn't mean you have to be aware of the problem. But now you're not focused on the problem, you're focused on the solution. Ego will love you to focus, to become obsessed with the problem. That is where you need to be aware, to be conscious. This is my ego playing the games with me. Ego is trying to manipulate me. Another trait of ego is resentment, right? Resentment with people or situations. What happens is, when somebody is behaving in a wrong way, and it might be a wrong way, no, they are unconscious. They are unconscious, they are not enlightened, they are not conscious about their actions, behaviors, and that's why they are behaving in a certain way. Now, if you are unconscious, if you are operating from the sense of ego, you identified yourself with their unconscious behavior. When you identified yourself with their unconscious behavior, how can he talk to me like this? How can he abuse me? How can he use these words to me? So somebody who was angry and abusing you was in an unconscious state. Now you said, इसने मुझे साला कुत्ता बोला, तो मेरे को बोला, तो ये साला कुत्ता मुझे बोल दिया उसने. So I identified with those words. Those words are coming from his unconscious state. Now I identified with these words. And words came from whom? Him. So now I am ready to fight. I am resentful. How can he talk to me like this? So by the moment I identified with those words, that means I became unconscious. Right? So don't make others' unconscious state your own identity. Buddha was giving sermon to his disciples. He gave diksha to one Shudra, one scheduled caste or lower caste person. One Brahman in that town got very angry and very upset. कि शूद्र को आपने दीक्षा कैसे दे दी, वो उस लायक ही नहीं है. He became very angry to Buddha and he spit on Buddha. He was shouting, but Buddha was completely non-reactive. And then he spit on Buddha. The moment he spit on Buddha, Buddha's disciple Ananda, who was also Buddha's cousin, basically Buddha is a Kshatriya, Anand was also Kshatriya, his cousin. He became very angry and furious. How can you do this? How can you do this to Brahman? How can you? He was ready to fight. How can you do this to Buddha? Now, until now, Buddha was very normal. He was completely fine, completely unaffected. So Buddha then scolded Ananda. You are my teacher, you are my disciple. I am teaching you being conscious, being aware. He did that Brahman, Buddha said that Brahman did something to me. I don't have a problem. Then what is your problem? Anand said, no, but I did it to you. But again he did it to me. I don't have a problem. What is your problem? So Ananda identified so much with Buddha. And then he identified with that Brahman's words or his action on Buddha, and that created anger and rage. Now this Brahman was surprised what's going on. ये बुद्ध मेरे को तो कुछ बोल नहीं रहे, इनको डांट रहे. He went back home. He left the place after some time. Whole night he could not sleep. He felt guilty. He felt shameful. Next day he came and then he touched Buddha's feet. He said, "Forgive me. How can I do this to such a great man?" Buddha said, "Forgive for what? What I did to you yesterday." He said, "That was not me. That was not me. The person, and that was not you also. Because the person who came yesterday was a different person. The person whom you spit on was a different person. But today you are a different person. The person now is the different person. I am a different person." Right? So the thing is, he did not identify with his words or with his unconscious behavior. In fact, Buddha kept asking him, "Aur bolo, aur bolo." Because he knows that this is only an expression. Behind that expression, there is some unmet need. There is something. So Buddha wanted to know about the need, not the expression of that need. We get trapped in the surface reality of expression without understanding that behind every negative expression or expression there is a need, unmet need, which is angry, which is hidden. Behind every anger there is an unmet need hidden. So Buddha was interested to know that unmet need, and he never bothered about that expression, never bothered about that surface reality. But what happens is somebody becomes unconscious, they behave a certain way, we become unconscious. And then we behave in a certain way, and the fight is going on between two surface realities fighting with each other. Two turbulent waves fighting with each other, clashing with each other. Because both do not realize that they are the ocean. Not only they are the ocean, they are one ocean. So the idea is, how do you not to identify with, when somebody is unconscious, not to identify with their unconscious state. And then any word coming from their unconscious state, there is no question of identifying. That's why you can never have an argument. You can never have an argument with a fully conscious person. Buddha said pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. दुख तो है, संसार में दुख है, but दुखी होना optional है. Right? There may be challenges, problems in the world, but when you identify with it, you internalize it. Then it has become a part of your sensory experience. Till the time you did not identify, it did not become a part of your sensory experience or your thought and emotion. But the moment you identify, it became yours. It's like, your neighbor comes to you and gives you a gift. And if you don't take the gift only remains with that person. But the moment you take the gift, now it becomes yours. So if somebody is abusing you, and if you don't accept it, you don't identify with it. If you don't identify with it, you will not accept it. If you don't accept it, then it remains theirs. But the moment you identify, you accept it, then it becomes yours. So friends, Wayne Dyer said, there are no justified resentments. There are no justified resentments. Because what you resist, you persist. What you fight, you strengthen. So whatever irritates you about others only reflect that part of the ego that is active in you. If something is irritating you about others, take it as a spiritual experience. That is how I live. Sometimes we are all work in progress, right? Sometimes I have an argument, say with my wife, or with my children, or with my loved ones whom I actually identify with and who matters to me. That is the time where sometimes there's an irritation comes into me. And I take it and then I realize this is the ego in me. So the moment I say the moment I understand that, take it as a spiritual experience where, oh, this is something, it is triggering me, that is, there's something which I need to work on myself. The moment I say that person becomes my teacher. Thank you for this experience because it made me aware of myself. Now I don't say, how can you tell me like that? I was about to say, but then I became aware in the moment. And I say, oh, this is triggering me. I've lost my alignment. I've become unconscious. I'm angry. I'm upset. I've become unconscious. I'm angry. I'm upset. So that means there's something I need to work on myself. So that person becomes my teacher. And I'm grateful for that teacher. So at that moment, the best way is many times non-reaction is the way to dissolve personal ego. You know you're not aligned, don't react. First take your time out, find your alignment, and then deal with the situation in a state of alignment. Many times when you come back to alignment, actually you don't see it only as a problem. You think, Abhi, what is there to deal with it? There's nothing left to deal with it. It doesn't need to be dealt with it. Or when you find your alignment, you understand the need behind that expression. If my wife is upset, oh, I've been traveling too much. She needed my time. And the upset was because of the time that I've not been giving it to her. Or my child, because being with him, I'm constantly on my phone. And some other topic comes and he is upset with me. But he is not upset because of that topic. He is upset because he needs your attention. He needs your presence fully. But when you are unconscious, you are stuck in the surface reality. You are justifying. But when you are aligned, then that insight comes to you. Oh yeah, before I met him, actually before he got upset, I was constantly on my phone. And his need was the presence. He needed my presence fully. He needed my attention towards him. That is a basic need of any child. So now, instead of angry or upset, I feel compassion. Now the compassion comes in me, and next time I am more aware. It is then I'm genuinely sorry for what I did. Rumi said, if you are irritated by every rub, how will you be polished? So, these are all spiritual tools for your evolution. All these triggers are spiritual tools for your evolution. When you resist, you harden the shell of the ego. You become closed. But when there's acceptance, you softens the ego. You are more open to it. You are more open to life. You are more open to पर्दे के पीछे क्या है? What is the need behind that expression? So, when you lose your alignment in that moment, take it as your spiritual experience. That is the moment to be non-reactive. That is the to maintain silence. You know, because when you are non-aligned, you know anything will come out of your mouth which may not be good. So it is good to maintain silence. Silence is a speech of a spiritual seeker. So when in doubt, let silence be your hideout. And once you find your alignment, you will emerge from it much, much more lighter. When you emerge lighter, you will see light in everything. Truth is, we came as creators, not as reactors. That is what responsibility is. You take responsible for your actions. Responsibility means your ability to respond. I take full responsibility. I don't, you do not decide how I should behave. I decide how I'll behave. Right? That is what responsibility is. The truth is, nobody can make you unhappy. Nobody can make you unhappy without your consent. Somewhere the ego gives the consent to it, and then you feel unhappy. The story you create, ego loves to create stories around it. Even if the person is gone, the story is constantly going on for days and years. And that story, then the worst is you keep exaggerating that story. And this is a research. Psychologists say that the same patient who came to me 1 year back, something happened to him 20 years back, he tells the story. Now by the time 1 year ends, his story keeps exaggerating. And the worst is that person believes it to be true. This is how ego manipulates you. Because the same level of story does not give enough dose of chemical, and now you need more chemical reaction. So you start exaggerating the story. If your mother shouted on you at some time, now you say, oh, my mother slapped me. Then you say, oh, my mother pushed me out of the house. So you keep exaggerating that story. And the worst is you believe it to be true. You are innocent. So welcome back, friends. We can take one or two questions and then we'll continue. Anybody has any questions? Yeah.
This meditation, the breath work, the transcendental breath work, how frequently we have to do? The app, it was mentioned that weekly once, but is it harm if we do daily? That was
No, there's no harm. You can do every day also, but it's just that it needs so much effort, so you don't need to do every day unless you're going through some chronic emotional issue, anxiety attack or some deep grief or going through some intense emotions and you want to let go and release, then you can do every day. Or you're going through some chronic disease, say arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or diabetes or blood sugar, things like that, then you can do more often to release. Also, we also have a gratitude breath work, which is only 30 minutes, shorter one, with the intense breathing is only 9 minutes. So you can even do that. So you can do the longer one once a week, and you can do maybe 1 or 2 or 3 shorter ones during the course of the week.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody has any questions? Yeah. There.
Good afternoon, Shreans. I'm
Yeah,
Janinder from Bangalore.
Yeah.
Can I explain in Hindi? Can I ask my question in Hindi?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
ऐसा है ना कि अपने जैनिज्म में और भी सब लोग यही बोलते हैं कि जो कुछ भी आज वट एवर वी आर टुडे ऑफ ऑल आवर लास्ट जन्मास, मतलब पिछले कई जन्मों का जो अभी अपने इस समय अपने वट एवर वी आर डूइंग, वी आर सफरिंग और वी आर इंजॉइंग और वट एवर वी आर डूइंग, एवरीथिंग ऑफ it comes to now of so many janmas.
Right.
So present, everybody, every moment we want to have a good life. We want to enjoy our life. So what should be certainly we do for now? Because maybe what we are suffering today, or what I am suffering today, maybe of my last, because in this janma I know that I haven't done anything which is wrong karma.
Right.
So the thing is that today, if I will be better, if I am in the best position, I can for my future or my next janma, I can create some good karmas. But the position is like that, that sometimes I may not be able to do that, all those things.
Yeah. So what is your question?
My question is to what I have to do in present right now to eradicate my all last, whatever that I have done in my past karmas.
Right. Thank you. Good question. Though I'm going to cover it a little later, but since the question has come, let me give you an understanding. So, one thing is, when you say past karma, we actually have misunderstood the word karma, because karma, we always think of the action. When you say, it's like, what have I done physically? Some action what I have taken, But karma is actually much more deeper than that. It's like the way the word yoga has been misunderstood now. Now, the whole Western world feels yoga means some physical exercise and movements. But yoga, the original word is yog. Yog means union. Union with your consciousness. So it is much more deeper, right? So same way, karma is much more deeper. So, like you said, you are a Jain. So Jainism, what they say is, Mahavir said, man, vachan, kaya. Right? He didn't just say kaya, just by physical thing. He said man, vachan, by your words, even by your emotions. Right? So there is a lot of karma which we do from our emotions. We see only from the point of view of action. But what about the emotional karma? Right? You said something in my mind, I heard it, I'm pretending to be calm and nice, but in my mind, I'm angry or upset with you. Right? Now, again, that is a karma. Right? And actually, if you talk about karma, there is no difference between karma, free will, and law of attraction. It's all actually same. Different ways of, just from a different angle, you are explaining that. Whatever you did in your past lives and your present life is you're a product of that today. Right? That is true. That is how the law of karma works. But not just by action, but also by thoughts, also by emotion. So you are a product of that. So your thought, action, and emotion influences your vibration. That is how your vibration is created. That is how you generate your vibration. And through your vibration, according to the vibration, the law of attraction reciprocates. Right? Your vibration becomes the point of attraction. That's what you attract in your life. So that means law of attraction is nothing but about karma. So it is just that when you talk about karma, we also believe, we only think in action. But when you talk about law of attraction, you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So now you are going to the subtle level of karma, sukshma. You are going to the sukshma part of karma, not just the physical part of the karma, or not just from the visible part of karma. You are going in a deeper sense of karma. Right? A doctor is, say, operating on a patient and the patient dies. Now, there is no bad karma in it, right? So the sukshma, or if somebody, or the another person is who killed somebody. So karma is about going to the deeper part. What was the emotion behind what you did? What was your state of being while you are doing what you are doing? So, and that is what state of being is what we are. I am not interested in the karma. I am interested in the state of being. Right? And that is what law of attraction is all about, state of being. Because that is your energy, frequency, and vibration. So there is no difference between law of attraction, free will, and karma. Actually, it's all same. From the religious terminology, we say it's karma, 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 which is also right. From the manifestation point of view, we talk about law of attraction, right? Or in a modern terminology, we talk about, but actually it's same. It's just that seeing from the dimension of energy, frequency, and vibration, because that is the secret. That if you want, as Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So then you see things differently. And then we talk about free will. So karma is equal to past free will. Past free will is equal to karma. Free will in a past tense is equal to karma. Right? So, in my past life, I did some karma through my thoughts, words, action, deeds, whatever I did. Now, in my present life, I call it, "Arey, mere पिछले जन्म के कर्म ऐसे थे." That was my karma of my past life. But in that moment, in that past life, in that moment, it was a free will. Now, with that free will, there was an energy, frequency, and vibration. And since energy, frequency, and vibration has a gestation time to manifest, has a gestation time to manifest. It takes some time, and now we say, oh, in this lifetime, now we say, oh, it was my karma of my past life. Right? Now, actually, that in that lifetime also it was a free will. And this lifetime, now what you choose to do now is your free will. But 10 years later, you will say, oh, it was my karma of my past, including my past life or my past in this lifetime. That is the result you are going to sow. What you sow, that is the result you are going to reap. What you sow is what you reap. But the understanding, what we need to understand is we don't just sow through actions. We sow through vibrations, which of course covers actions, but much more than actions. Your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions. Right? And that is what we are trying to understand through all these ego traits and everything, is the vibration. Now, and the universe responds to the vibration. Now, many times you are a good person. You have done all the good deeds, but anybody tells you anything and you feel very hurt. Or somebody passed away in your family and you are carrying that trauma in your life. You are carrying that trauma. Now, did you do any bad karma? From the karmic perspective, from our conditioning about what we think as karma, I didn't do anything bad. But it is not about doing bad to others. By carrying that trauma, I am doing bad to myself. And that changed my vibration. And the universe do not care that what you did was to others or what was to yourself. The universe said, oh, there's a trauma in you. Oh, so this is your vibration. Oh, let me create more trauma in your life. Or when you vacate your body, when past life, when you died, when you vacate your body, when you review your life, you said, oh, this is the thing I did not learn. I did not learn how to manage my emotions. I did not learn how to deal with my ego. That trauma was because of the ego. Or I did not have the right understanding to decode that trauma. Or it was because of my attachment to things. Okay, so in this lifetime, in the next lifetime, let me plan challenges. Let me plan challenges in my next lifetime so that it gives me an opportunity to heal that trauma, to overcome that trauma. So you only chose. So again, it was a free will in your in-between life states. There was nobody forcing you, because the soul's deep quest is its own realization. Is it removing all these clouds or the dust which has eclipsed your soul, or your soul's natural quest is to remove all that dust. So you plan next lifetime to situations and challenges to deal with, to overcome. So it gives you an opportunity to overcome those challenges, because we repeat what we don't repair. Right? We repeat what we don't repair. So next lifetime you are born with you only plan those challenges. So again, it was your free will. But now that you plan that free will in between life states, the moment you are born and now in the present moment, again you call it karma. Which is also fine, which is right. Karma, that is karma. But I want you to understand it from a more subtle dimension. At every stage, it was your free will, free will, free will, free will. You create your own reality. There's nobody controlling you. There's nobody judging you. Why will God, who is all compassionate, all love, will make somebody blind? will make somebody autistic. It is a soul's plan for their own evolution. So you plan challenges for the evolution of your consciousness, for the expansion of your consciousness. No challenge, no evolution. So the challenge is your friend. The challenge is for you. It's happening. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. In Stoicism, it's a Greek philosophy, Stoicism, there is a word called amor fati. Amor fati, they say, not merely to bear what is necessary, but love it. Not merely to bear what is necessary. Not merely, you don't just need to bear your challenges or your problems, but love it. Because it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. When I got TB, when I look back, when I got the understanding, now I love my TB. Thank you for that TB that led to the evolution of my consciousness. So not just to bear it, but to love it. And when you do that, the resistance is gone. There's no resistance. Because now it is your friend. Why will you, somebody is your friend, somebody is for you. So why will you hate it? Why will you resist it? Then obviously the acceptance comes. Anything that you accept fully will take you into peace. The moment you accept, again, you'll understand that there is a peace. Because it is not that peace was your nature, it was your nature. It is your nature to be peaceful. That chaos was unnatural. And that resistance was unnatural, which led to the chaos in your mind, which was unnatural, or in your emotions, which was unnatural. But acceptance, the moment you accept it, which is, then you come back to your nature, to your natural state. You come into alignment with your inner being. So, a lot of times, so karma is not about being helpless. Karma is not about being helpless. Karma is actually empowering you. If my past free will can create my reality today, isn't it empowering that what I do today can create the future I want? Isn't it empowering to tell you that you create your own reality? You have created your present reality and you have the power to create what you want. But many times, people use karma to affirm their victimhood. मैं क्या करूं, मेरी तो जिंदगी ऐसी है, पिछले जन्म में मैंने क्या कर्म किए होंगे कि मेरी तो किस्मत फूट गई, ये सब दिन देखने पड़ रहे मुझे, you know. So you affirm your karma to affirm your victimhood. As if you are helpless, you have no power. And by doing that, you are postponing that lessons for next lifetime. It's not that whether you learn or not. It's not this lifetime or next lifetime. You'll have to learn. Some lifetime you'll have to learn. That's not a choice. The choice is not whether you learn or not. The choice is whether you learn today or you learn tomorrow. Whether you will learn through pain and suffering or whether you want to learn in a state of joy and inspiration. Meditation is a way to learn in a state of joy and inspiration. Awareness is a way to learn in a state of joy and inspiration. If you don't learn through these techniques, then you will learn through pain and suffering. But doesn't matter, we are all eternal beings. आज करे सो काल करे सो परसों. अरे भाई जल्दी क्या है, अभी तो जीना है बरसों. So it's a choice. So the choice is you are eternal beings. We are going to live forever. So it's a choice. So you don't need to rush if you don't want to rush. But if your goal is enlightenment, if your goal is liberation in this lifetime, then you better learn in this lifetime. If your goal is to just chill and be that victim and the perpetrator, तो ठीक है, postpone कर लो, अगली lifetime करना. Right? Thank you. Another word of, I love that word of Stoicism. There's another word they have said is memento mori. Memento mori. So that tells you that remember. It means that remember, I am going to die. We are all going to vacate the body. That is the truth. We are all going to vacate the body, this physical body. So always keep this in your mind. Will this matter in the light of that? When you become so narrow focused with the problems and the situations, and you feel those negative emotion and that emotional charge, think of that memento mori. Will this matter to me when I vacate my body? The moment that realization draws in, actually this is not going to matter to me, then you don't resent people. In fact, you use them to become better. That is when you seize the moment to your advantage. The change, the opportunity to change lies in the midst of challenge, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of war. Krishna taught Arjun. Not कि भाई ये सब war खत्म हो जाने दो फिर तू आना बात करेंगे अपन. No, in the middle of the war, he taught Arjun. So your opportunity to change lies in the midst of challenge. Because that is your test. That is your opportunity to change. Not when you are meditated, when you slept well, meditated, well relaxed. That is a preparation. But the true test comes when you are faced with challenges. Then how do you respond in that? How do you respond differently then? How do you respond with full awareness, with full consciousness? With fully conscious? That is when you become aware. What am I uttering? Is this words? Ask yourself, is it necessary? Is it true? So what we can do is, I can continue this topic, or we can meditate, or we can do Q&A. What do you suggest? Meditate? Okay. So let's do a meditation and then we'll break for lunch. So this meditation will be for an hour. Let's do so let's do connect to source energy. Let's do connect to source energy. Very deep meditation. Since the theme is consciousness, let's go a little deeper. Yeah. I'll also come down. Keep it down only. Down. All right, so take a comfortable position. Gently clasp your hands, cross your legs. Yeah, and please keep the phones on silent. This is a deep experience and it's very important that we honor everybody's experience, so please make sure that your phone is on silent. Keshav, if you want, you can play with little introduction, right? That. So there will be a little introduction. This meditation is for an hour, and I'll start with introduction during the meditation itself, and we'll go into the meditation then. So just close your eyes, clasp your hands, cross your legs, take a comfortable position, and gently close your eyes. Let's begin. Take a comfortable position, sit up straight, clasp your hands, cross your legs, eyes closed. The purpose of this meditation is to connect to your inner being, to explore the depth of your consciousness, and to reconnect to the source energy. The process is simple and a great way to experience your divinity and to lose yourself in nothing, to become everything, to surrender your limited self to experience the expanded consciousness. Swami Nisargadatta Maharaj once said, "Wisdom is knowing that I am nothing, and love is knowing that I am everything, and between the two, my life flows." So today, let's embrace this consciousness, this awareness. So first, we'll start with brain coherence, which helps you to make your mind empty, lose your identity, drop all resistance, and raise your vibrations. Then we move to the second stage, heart coherence. Here you open your heart, connect to your inner being, transcend your feelings, and retreat into your inner sanctuary. And then allow the music to guide you and take you into a deeper state of consciousness. This powerful deep music is created from the sacred code of Moses with the help of tuning forks. And finally, we'll end the meditation with an extremely powerful Mula Mantra to invoke the Supreme Consciousness. So I welcome you, dear friends, in this deep, powerful meditation. I hope you enjoy it. And now, I want to invite you to gently shift your awareness to your nostrils. Take one deep breath in through your nostrils, and as you breathe out, relax. And one more slow, steady breath in, and as you exhale, let your whole body relax. Shift your awareness from the world around you to the world inside you. At this moment of time, nothing else exists but your breath. Just be with your breath. Normal, natural, simple, easy, relaxed breathing. With every inhalation and exhalation, feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. Feel the wave of relaxation sweeping your whole body. At this moment of time, completely drop your identity, your personality self, your ego, your analytical mind, which is an extension of your ego. Just drop it all. And become pure consciousness. Withdraw your attention from all people, places, things, time and events, and just be with your in-breath and out-breath, and feel your whole body sinking into the generous present moment. And as you observe each and every breath coming in and out of your nostrils, sense the temperature in your nostrils. Notice the sensations of the air as it moves in and out of your nostrils. The sharp, cool sensation of the air on the way in, and the warm, soft sensation of the air on the way out. Notice it. Sense it. Each and every breath is keenly observed. Let not a single breath slip by without your awareness. If any time your attention seems to drift away with your thoughts, come back to your breath. Bring your attention back to your nostrils. With every breath,
Feel going deeper and deeper within. Go deeper. Drift deeper. Sink further deep. And even deeper still. And now it's time to become nobody. No one, no thing, nowhere, and no time. Become pure consciousness, aware that you're aware in this endless, vast field. Surrender any aspects of your limited self to join the greater self and lose yourself in nothing to become everything. And now, gently shift your awareness to your heart center, to your beautiful heart, your soul. This is the sacred place where we create from. And as you breathe in and breathe out from this center, feel your feelings. Remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And as you breathe in and breathe out from this creative center, you infuse more life into the center with your attention. With every breath, you awaken your heart. Furthermore, with every breath, you open your heart. Furthermore, your heart is a bridge that connects you to your source as you dive deeper into the core of your inner being. And now it's time to tune in to your source energy, where all things are created from. Connect to this unified field, the field of pure potential. Connect to the field of pure possibilities, to the field of opportunities. Tune in to this quantum field. This is the place from where everything came from. This is the place where we collapsed the infinite waves of possibilities into matter. Tune in to this source of energy. Tune in into singularity. Lose the separation and become one with this unified force, which is pure love and bliss. Feel the oneness with the divine. Plug in into this divine matrix. Get into this vortex, the vortex of creation. With every breath, you pierce this wheel and feel your connection with this web of light. With every breath, you align with this wholeness, this quantum benevolence. Surrender to this higher mind. With every breath, enter this temple of silence. Merge yourself with the essence of who you truly are. I am that I am. Aham Brahmasmi. Feel the deep connection with this energy. every breath transcend time and space. Move beyond shape and form. Experience the union of duality, the union of polarity. Experience the state of oneness, the state of non-duality. With every breath, connect to this eternal now. Connect to this absolute. Surrender to this field, to this glory. Every breath, join this ocean of light. With every breath, align your vibrational frequency with this invincible field, with this mystic field. With every breath, explore the depths of your consciousness. Pierce into the etheric inner realm, which is indestructible, which is imperishable, which is unformed. Become one with this pure positive energy. Merge with this heavenly energy, the unity of macrocosm with microcosm. Tattvam Asi. You are that.
Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namah Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namah Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namah Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namah Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namah Hari Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
And now, slowly come back. Slowly bring your awareness back to your new consciousness, to your new body. In a whole new world, in a new environment, in a whole new time. Take your time and slowly come back. And whenever you're ready, you can gently rub both your hands and place it over your beautiful eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you may gently open your eyes. Take your time. Slowly come back, feeling blessed and complete. Thank you for spending these moments with me. My love and appreciation to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you, friends. So, we the lights. Ask later. Thank you, friends. We'll break for lunch. Shetna will make the announcements.
We're breaking for the lunch, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are heading to Annadana, all of us, for our lunch. And we are coming back at 3:30, yes?
3:30. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
We are back here at 3:30. So lunch for lunch, we are heading to Annadana right now.
So Annadana is basically where we serve free food every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner to all the visitors. So today we are going to have the same food which we serve every day. I love that food. That's for me. That's my favorite.
We all do.
Let's enjoy.
And we keep craving for it, more and more for it. So the first timers who are going to be there today, that's going to be your experience or too, from today onwards. So it's a very, very sought after experience for all of us. Thank you so much, everyone, and let's meet again at 3:30.
Thank you.